I'm here at the home of Mike and Glenda Western, and this whole area here was pretty steep, and it's even steeper as you go down in that direction. And what they've done is they've created a few raised rock garden walls, and you're going to notice a couple things. The rock garden wall is angled back, so during the freezing and the thawing, you won't see the stones heaving out into the garden. But what they've done is really taken an area and created this wall here, which is almost 4 feet. And you can use lots of different types of stones to create this effect. But, you know, some of this stone was antique stone, hand-hewn. You know, sometimes you'll find a crumbling barn somewhere, and you might say, hey, can I buy the stone for my rock garden wall? So this really has a natural weathered look. It's a relatively new planting, and as you can see in this planting, the plants are spaced properly. The knockout roses are spaced close to 3.5 feet apart. Right in front of me here, some of the sedums and the plumbago, the same thing, they're spaced 24 inches apart. It's really important that you don't plant plants too close together. And as we walk through here, you'll see you can use pavers for walkways, and you can put these in yourself as they had done here. And you'll notice even here some of the petunias that are used for mass covering, and you'll see them repeated through the design. And right here is a gravel patio, which is easy to put in with chairs, so you can sit out on your patio during the evening or in the morning. And as you'll see as we walk down below, another 4 to 8 feet has been dealt with by creating raised beds. Mike and Glenda here have really utilized these rock walls to not only create interest, but also deal with the slope, and additionally have created something that we all need to think about in our gardens, and that is creating layers. You know, we all think about depth of field and, you know, things that we see from the distance, but a lot of times we don't really think about what can we create as more interest, and one of those things is creating layers throughout this whole garden. In addition to the proper plant spacing, which I think is critical for all plantings, the repetition of color and the repetition of the shades of color are really important, because it sort of ties in this whole garden together. So with the reds and the purples and the dark purples and the violets and the pinks, it sort of brings this whole garden together. And the other thing you might notice is the planting masses are rather large. So instead of just seeing one plant, you're going to see 5 plants or more plants in this garden. And Justin Brower in the foreground here is a small growing evergreen. And again, it's properly spaced. So, you know, what we face in lots of our gardening ideas is plants get big and they get big too quick. Now remember, you can deal with slopes and parts of your garden on a large scale, but even a small scale, even a 10 by 10 area, you can create something that looks just like this. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, use the internet to click on the In the Garden website, inthegardenradio.com.